Not every day, but some days I win giveaways, and this one was included in a nice little package from Beerhead for the Win up in the greater New York area somewhere, I think. It's from Grow Brewing Company. It's called Haus Effect. So why don't we find out what kind of effect this will have on me right after the theme song. Welcome into the Midland Studio, as per usual, with your host, Nutmeg 2 Palmetto. Before anyone says anything, this is from a barbecue joint, okay? And it's a joke towards the popular Sir Mix-a-Lot song. So don't cancel me. It's a joke! Anyway, what's not a joke is my giveaway win, as aforementioned, by Beerhead for the Win. And it wasn't just this beer, it was also a Beerhead glass, which I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, is the same glass that Brian the Beer Snob has an iteration of, and it has Beerhead's Instagram handle down at the bottom, and going all the way along the top, Beerhead for the Win, Beerhead for the Win, Beerhead for the Win, Beerhead for the Win. So I'm thinking maybe it's there to follow the cascade as you're pouring it. Maybe it's there if you've got this much head, then that's a really good win. So we'll dive right into that. Let's look at the can of this. So Haus Effect is a pale lager. So, and that's interesting to me because Haus is spelled German, Haus. So you'd think something like more of a German style. I mean, lager obviously is extremely traditional, but you'd think it would be something like a Dunkel or a white Weiss beer or something, something that's really like a real traditional German style, German Pilsner maybe, something like that. But no, it is a pale lager, which sounds pretty good to me. There's a little note on the side, plant cold and reap fresh. So that's obviously a little play on words to Grow Brewing. And all these pictures on the side, which is a bunch of flowers. I think there's it's an upside down blossom. So a bunch of flowers, but then it gets all the way to the other side, and there's a couple hot blossoms down at the bottom. They put the name of it up the top, Haus Effect. It checks in at 5%. There's a QR code. There's an Instagram handle. There's their address, brewed and canned at Grow Brewing Company in Geneva, New York. Can on date 2/22. We're shooting this on 5/19, so it's a hair under 3 months, so that's okay. It's a lager. I'm not super worried about it. Lagers can sit. Haus Effect on Untapped. ABV is confirmed at 5%. It has a very low IBU count of 15. Not a lot of check-ins. Not nothing, but not nothing. I know, the double negative, right? But it's a decent small sample. So for a small sample size, it's actually a pretty decent number. 197 total, 185 unique, 156 of which were ranked, for a pretty solid ranking of 3.89. Looking at the pictures, it looks fairly clear, so that's good. I don't know how Beerhead's graphics are going to come off on a clear beer. You probably can't see them very well as it's sitting here, but I don't know if they show up more on a clear beer versus a more thicker beer, so we'll find out that in a couple minutes. The bio, they write 100% Floor-malted Pilsen, Citra, and New York Noble hops, and lager for 6 weeks minimum. Crisp and crushable. This is the definition of a Grow Brewing Company lager. So 6 weeks minimum. So that's why I'm not concerned with it sitting a little bit longer, because If that was like the baseline to stay in the tank, then if it stays in your fridge a little longer, it's not the end of the world. So I think this is going to be nice, refreshing, nice way to close out the week, get through the day. Who knows? Anyway, let's stop wasting time and crack this open. Ooh, big old little pop there. Now remember, watch those lines. We'll see how I do. We'll see how this beer does. Look at that, running up the glass. Work deck. Ooh, upside down blizzard time. Look at that. That is settling in as a nice 3-finger head. Let's look at where the lines stack up. So that is, it's settling in at the period. So that's pretty respectable head. That's what she said. Color wise, now I could see the text through the glass actually. I can see my shadow very clearly. You might be able to see the lines on the camera. I guess I'll find out later when I edit it. But you might be able to see that pretty good because I can see the text through the glass. It's very, very clear. I mean, I can make out the clear, definitive shadows of my fingers there. So it's a nice color, aroma. Very subtle, so subtle. Tiny bit lemon, and I'd almost say grassy, but it comes and goes, so it's not very consistent. It's like a little tiny bit of grassiness, but it's like there and then it's not, so I don't even know if it's worth bringing up. Mostly lemon, but again, the lemon's very subtle. So that does smell pretty good. It does smell pretty crushable, so let's not waste any more time and get right to it. I didn't cheat, by the way. That's just the head coming down. There's something a little different back here than where it is up front. Let's talk about it. That I can really get behind. So up front, it's a bit grassy, very barley, very yeasty, that sort of thing. Very beer that tastes like beer-ish. But on the back end, well, I did the second sip, or the first sip, I guess. Maybe the second sip, I don't know, short-term memory. Never my biggest strength. You do start to get more of a traditional corn type of lager flavor. Or maybe I should say rice, I guess. Really, right, more of a traditional rice-based lager flavor as it works its way down. And no, I'll go back to corn. Corn is right. I just got it again. So yeah, it does give you that more traditional flavor finishing. There's no bitter aftertaste. It's very, very nice, very smooth. And I'm not going to complain about that at all. I get a little nervous when I get those grassy sensations of whether it be aroma, whether it be flavor. I get a little nervous with that because I don't like that like overly herbal type of profile. But this one, it's not that noticeable, and there's a lot of other stuff to balance it out. So it's very nice, very smooth, very crushable. I could chug it quite easily. So I'll definitely give that a big thumbs up, as a beer day with TK says. If you want to give me a thumbs up, also like a beer day with TK says, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so exactly when my reviews drop. If you want to send me beer, recommend a beer to me, or just chit chat me up and make a new friend, email me nutmeg2palmetto@gmail.com. And if you want the rest of my day-to-day nonsense, follow me on my social media channels, TikTok and Instagram @nutmeg2palmetto. Oh yeah, I thought I felt one coming on. There you go, beer for breakfast, factors next. Cheers, friends. I'll see you next time.